my book upside down. I'm Brittany and this is Drew, and for the past 5 years we've been traveling the world by van, and we just recently finished building Spirit, our 5th van home and first ever conversion. Subscribe and we look forward to sharing where this unpredictable adventure takes us all. We've got some beautifully buzzing, high voltage power lines out here on our BLM land. Look at Spirit looking so fresh and so clean next to those pretty little flowers. Good morning, everyone. After getting completely covered in dust at Burning Man, we spent 2.5 days cleaning Spirit with I don't know how many gallons of vinegar. Getting into every single nook and cranny. We've even removed the fridge.
Right now, these are all the items we've been dunking, cleaning up the best that we can.
Here's an example of something that has not yet been cleaned.
It's got like this white baby powder dust all over it from the playa.
Spirit is looking better than ever, and since then we went to Pyramid Lake for a few days of decompression and relaxation before hitting the road again. Our next stop was the Bonneville Salt Flats, an international historic landmark where they've been breaking speed records since like the 1910s. It's pretty remarkable. It looked like snow. We decided to stop because we saw it from the road, and then we ended up spending a few days around the area, and now we're coming to you live from outside of Salt Lake City. But what we've brought you here for today is to share with you 10 tips for designing and converting your ultimate van. Because after 5 years of living in 5 different vans, spending 6 months converting our very own custom conversion, our first ever van build, we are so in love with our home. And we think we have a few things to share with you that will help you love your future rolling home just as much as we do. As you know, Drew likes to sleep in, so we gotta let him do his thing. I'll be making us breakfast. I'll meet you guys back in the van.
My life wasn't perfect, yeah, I know that now. When it came crashing down, all I know is that I need you around. When it comes crashing down, all I need is not to feel so much alone. So step inside my zone, baby, you can give me everything I want. Everything I want.
One of the big things you need to think about when designing the layout of your van is, do you plan to live in the van for months on end, full-time, or just be a weekend warrior? Do you mind assembling and breaking down the bed in the morning and evening? In our European camper van, the bed was located adjacent to the door, so we had to make the bed every day. It was also awesome because we had a perfect view out the slider door.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But being that we were living in that van full time for 2.5 years, it made going to sleep not quite as relaxing. Like we had chores every single time.
It was the center of our van, our living room, our eating area, everything. In this van, it's really awesome to have separate segments and have the bed in the back, our bedroom, our kitchen in the middle, and our living room, dining area, futon in the front.
When it comes to going to sleep, all we have to do is roll into our queen-sized bed, which is so comfortable.
It's super comfortable. It's a 5-inch mattress with a little pillow topper on top.
The other thing about having a permanent bed is that it allows us to have a ton of storage underneath, which we'll get to in a little bit.
We have 36 inches of clearance in order to slide our bikes out and make sure there's enough clearance for the handlebars for 2 mountain bikes.
And I don't remember how much space it is from the ceiling to the bed, but it's just right for me. A little bit squished for Drew.
A little squished for me, but I'm willing to sacrifice that because we don't want to sacrifice the amount of adventure gear that we can have in our van while traveling.
We love our bed.
It's the best.
It's the best.
2 thumbs up.
4 thumbs ups. Ooh, let's let in some air. Oh yeah, that's good. Ooh.
Keep them out.
Stay out there, you. nothing substitutes for being in the right climate at the right time of year. Brr, it's cold in here. Oh my goodness.
Let's turn the heater on.
All right, ESPAR, it's time to work your magic. When it comes to designing and converting your ultimate rolling home, the first thing that you're gonna do is cut into it. So that means cutting through the metal of the walls, of the roof, installing windows, perhaps a roof hatch and a roof fan, which is what we've done. So let's show you what we've got and what we love about it.
This is a Maxxair Fan, and it allows us to change the circulation, whether it's drawing hot air out of the van when cooking, just when it gets hot in here throughout the day, or we can reverse it and have cool air at night, blowing down, circulating through the center of the van.
It works especially well with the roof hatch over our bed, which has a bug screen and a blackout curtain. It's also rain censored, so if it starts to rain, it just automatically closes, so we can leave the fan running if we go in a store and it's hot out.
Also, we have the T-vents over here. These are really nice because they deflect the rain out and allow for a nice cool breeze, especially when we get a side or crosswind.
If it's still too hot, we have this little USB powered AC unit.
It works like a swamp cooler, so we put cool water in the basin of it and it pulls it up through the coils and blows air across it.
It's magic. The only other thing we would have done is 2
vent slide windows on each side of the bed. That way when we're sleeping, we might get airflow from the sides. That's only in really hot conditions that would be beneficial.
Next up is gear storage. We van so that we can adventure and live outside. We love to bike.
What do you have to say about mom biking?
I don't like it. It's ridiculous. Why am I crying? We love to sup paddleboard. Maybe you like to surf or rock climb. When it comes to adventure gear storage, it's a huge part of designing how the layout of your van is going to go. For instance,
this is the garage. Most favorite item in the van are bicycles. They let us go a lot of places and explore without having to drive the van anywhere.
And this is the beautiful sliding bike tray that Drew made so that we can easily take off and put back on these awesome adventure majiggers.
Inflatable sup paddleboard, rock climbing gear, battery bank over the wheel well, kite surfing gear, towing strap, backpacking gear, tools, grill, awning, traction boards, lawn chair, kite surfboard, outdoor mat, water filter system, hot water heater, outdoor shower.
Your turn.
Ooh, and one last thing I forgot to mention is our water tank that sits over top our wheel well on the passenger side.
Which brings us to our next point, off-gridness. Some things you're going to want to consider are water, power, propane, and your toilet. For us, we have a 46-gallon water tank hooked up to our indoor shower, our outdoor shower, and our sink. For propane, we have how much propane do we have?
We have a 12-gallon tank.
And for our power, we have 3 100-watt solar panels on our roof, which not only power our fridge, but they help recharge our battery bank, which is, Drew, help me out with this one.
Our battery bank is 276 amp hours. It's 3 batteries all connected together and ran parallel. We allow our battery bank to be charged using the alternator while driving, as well as those solar panels Brittany mentioned.
And then we have our compost toilet. Super simple. We love it. It gets the job done. Plus, a handy dandy shovel is number 1 on our list of essential van life items.
Very necessary. We make sure to leave places better looking than where we found them.
Come on, peeps. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but a little less fun.
You don't get to eat the special things.
No, though it is a lot more rewarding. Bouncy ball, it's in now.
Kobe, good work, teamwork. You wanna follow me up to the roof? We can take in the view from up there. Makes us all feel electrified. Say it gives us a different perspective, or I can say that.
It gives us a different perspective on where we are. It allows Drew to wake up in the morning, do some of his morning workout routines up here while I do it inside of the van. It's also a super romantic spot to enjoy sunset, sunrise, Something to consider though when it comes to designing the ultimate rooftop deck for your ultimate van is if you're going to be doing solar, how are you going to configure it all? For us, we have our 3 solar panels right up at the front of our van. We cut a hole for our roof hatch, and we also made space for our Maxxair Fan.
I love that it's made of recycled plastic called Trex, and it will not warp or erode over time with moisture on it.
It was all completely DIY. We'll put a link to how he did that here for you. Time to make lunch. Being that we're talking to you guys about building the ultimate van, it's only fitting that for lunch I'd cook up something else. Epic. Perfect little footrest. One unbreakable stainless steel plate. Can you hear that sizzle? Ooh, that sounds good. While this masterpiece cooks up, we want to take a moment and thank the kind sponsors of today's episode, Skillshare, because thanks to them, I have the skills that I need to cook up the ultimate grilled cheese. Pro tip. Oh yeah, that's how you fit in more cheese than you
Listen to
probably
that
should.
delicious sizzle.
If you guys haven't heard of Skillshare yet,
Skillshare!
it's an online learning community that will fuel your career, your curiosity, and your appetite.
There's something amazing about perfect, crispy, grilled cheese with really melty inside that just makes you feel good no matter what's going on.
Time to serve this baby up. Whoa, look at that.
Look at that cheese.
Before sinking our teeth into this perfect grilled cheese, we gotta let you know that in addition to improving your culinary skills, they offer more than 30,000 classes. And right now, Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month unlimited access trial to all of our amazing subscribers. That's you! All you have to do is click on the link below in the description box, and then after that, it's just $10 a month. And I don't know about you, but I'd pay $10 for this sandwich alone.
Perfect.
Oh yeah! While we let all of that goodness digest, we're gonna talk with you guys about our kitchen, because we're in it, and we love it, and it's one of the most important design elements of our build. Because we spend so much time in this area, it needed to be versatile. We had to think hard about how high we wanted the countertops. For me, I'm a lot shorter, and I needed to make sure that when my arms were on top of the counter, that they weren't gonna lose circulation, because I use our countertop as a desk. We especially love this little countertop wall that separates our bedroom from our kitchen. It allows us to tuck our sheets in so they don't spill over into the sink, which is topped off by our cutting board that fits just right. Multifunction/easy storage are key. Some things that we had to think about and that we didn't not want to have in our kitchen, which is going to be something that you're going to want to consider. Again, if you're living in it full-time, only part-time, for us, we're full-timers. 5 years in, we did not want to go without an oven because we love pizza night! Pizza night!
Pizza night!
Also, we wanted a deep sink so that we could put our dishes in it, sometimes even wash our hair. Probably both of our favorite things, or at least one of our favorite things in our van, is that we have filtered water. No matter where we fill up our 46-gallon tank, we can always drink it. It's a 3-part water filtration system that we cannot rave about enough. We'll go ahead and put a link to that for you guys below, because that thing is just awesome. Besides that, we wanted a large fridge, a big area here for pantry goods. Also had to consider space for things like coffee, and our French press lives up there. There's lots of different things to think about. Small things like our magnetic spices that takes up zero room. It looks like art. They never fall off, and they even say what's on top there. Love these little things. One last thing to think about with the kitchen, which there's probably a ton, is whether you want the ability to cook outside, which we do love vans where you can take the little stovetop burner and put it outside and cook out there. That's something else you can think about too. And that way you don't even have a stovetop on your counter, you have like a solid countertop space. When it comes to designing your kitchen, have fun with it because you end up spending a lot of time in it. So resin and avocado wood countertops, yeah.
Another really important thing you need to think about is lighting and curtains. Lighting, you're going to want to be able to set the mood, maybe have it really bright to increase your productivity in the evening, maybe just a dim reading light if you're trying to stealth camp. We love having a light directly over the oven. That way we can have sufficient direct light down onto our pans and when we're cooking. Our sink, we also have a rocket lantern over top. Gives a nice ambient look in our kitchen in the evenings. And then we have one light over top the bed. That way if we're trying to get into the cabinets or just have light back there, we can do that, as well as having it spaced throughout the van equally. And an LED strip running the entire length to just add that like really fun mood light and just a little bit of party mode.
What's next? Curtains?
Curtains.
Well, they're very special because our moms made them. Not only are they blackout material on one side, but this material over here is pretty insulating. This little ruffle piece at the top, that keeps any of the light from inside the van from spilling over. Ultimate stealth mode success. Heat and cold insulation success. You're going to want to block off your cab. And over here, why we love this curtain so much is that it just clips to the slider door like so.
We have button snaps.
And that honestly is the best kind of curtain for a slider. And here we have our beautiful porthole cover made using water-resistant duck cloth, denim, and it's filled with Reflectix. Again, it insulates, it blocks out the light, and prevents anyone from seeing in here. We do have tinted windows, but these curtains and little porthole plugs are everything. Another fun thing to think about is actually utilizing curtains as storage space. Check this out. Old jeans pockets. These are my mom's jeans from the 80s. So not only are they a fun little memento, but we use them to keep cards, postcards, and again, some fun Mr. and Mrs. Adventure stickers. If you guys find our videos helpful, informative, or fun in any way, shape, or form, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to take it a step further and connect with us more and support us on our journey, then consider supporting us on Patreon. We have a link to that below. You can join our loving community and get some of our very fun Can't Buy Anywhere stickers from us, yours truly,
Mr. and Mrs. A.
Next.
Safety.
Love the helmet, babe.
Protect your melon. If you're building the ultimate van, then you definitely want to protect it. So here's what we've done.
Terry, a revolution in theft deterrent technology. There are even extreme tactics for more persistent thieves.
Searching address book. Found address. Home. Now I know where you live. Are you sure you want to keep playing this game?
We've installed a hefty puck master lock on the interior of our back door. That way both doors are locked together firmly beyond the security and lock of the Sprinter van itself.
So between this on the back doors and our awesome locking locker here, everything underneath our bed becomes a super secure space. Not only for our adventure gear, but for our digital nomad accessories.
That way nobody can break in and smash and grab.
You can also have smaller locking safes for things like your passport and valuables and
cash,
little mementos.
And you also want to think about an enhanced security anti-theft alarm system,
Yep.
or a GPS tracker, which we both have.
especially if you're considering taking your van to awesome places like Baja, Alaska, or maybe even shipping it overseas.
Or the wrong part of any normal town.
So yeah, safety, number one, always, even though it's number 9 in this video. A couple other aspects of safety that you don't want to forget are a smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector, and a fire extinguisher. And finally, number 10.
The ability to host a dinner party and have a gathering of friends in our van. It's time to chow. How's the salmon, guys?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Pretty
Best
awesome, yeah.
salmon ever. Yeah, this is like, look at that salmon.
But look
at
at these veggies they made.
Dude. Our living room becomes a double bench seat along with a swivel passenger seat, and pull out this table a little bit.
Pineapple and ice water, anyone?
Here.
To us, because we live in this full time, we wanted to feel cozy, comfortable, surrounded by those things that reflect how we feel on the inside. It's your ultimate van, your dream home on wheels, and love it from the inside out.
Be bold, add your personality to it, maybe even repurpose a couple things along the way.
We love you guys for following along and being a part of our story. You add so much joy and purpose to everywhere that we go. And yeah, so go ahead, subscribe if you haven't yet, give us a like, and check out Patreon if you guys want to take it a step further. Keep on dreaming, keep on working towards all of those beautiful goals. Anything is possible.
Ciao for now.
Bye!
You make my heart and spirit always dance and sing. You're captivating me. All I need is to know that I'm in your heart and never be apart. Baby, I can give you everything you want, everything you